Sometimes it is very easy to think people are never going to face the consequences of their actions. But today was not one of those days, because oh my lord, is he facing a lot of consequences. Also, sorry the AC was on. The audio probably sounded terrible there for a minute, but oh well. So, he got some big consequences. He got some very, very big consequences. And there's a part of me that says this sucks for him, right? This really sucks. But you know what, on the other hand, I can't help but just laugh. Because you brought this upon yourself. All you had to do was not be a piece of shit. And you failed at that. So, you know what? Good luck. Good luck with your 20 and a half hours, buddy. Oh. He got hit right where it hurts. Oh, man. So, I am fucking kind of ecstatic. I'm not gonna lie. He got absolutely destroyed with the schedule. It is amazing how bad he got destroyed. And this is a guy where he freaks out if he loses 1 hour. So imagine what he's gonna see. Imagine what he's gonna say when he sees he lost like 8 hours. He's gonna lose it, dude. He's gonna lose it. He's gonna lose it. And I don't care. You brought this upon yourself. Because essentially what happened, right, is I told my manager, I do not want to be scheduled with this guy anymore. And I've said it in multiple videos. I don't want to be scheduled with this guy anymore. Because he's, his behavior is irrational and, crazy. He's very angry. I don't know if I really want to be around that. And I can tell that there's a lot of resentment towards me, specifically, as well. So I'm not really looking to be in the crosshairs of that, So I said, alright, let's just not do that. And, well, clearly they took my side in the situation, because they just didn't give him Thursday at all. Like, at all. He didn't get his hours cut on that day. He lost his hours completely. And I'm just here like, haha. Which, is kind of fucked up to say in a sense, because it's like, this is this guy's income, right? This is this guy's livelihood. But also, he was openly trying to fuck with my livelihood. He was trying to get me fired. So there's a little bit of karma there. And so frankly, I don't really care. If you're gonna come after my job, right? If you're gonna try to come after my job, then I am not going to have sympathy. Alright. That guy's going. I'm not going to have sympathy for when you come for my job, or for when they come for your job. So, yeah. There were definitely a lot of cuts, and I'm not saying that I'm in particularly the greatest situation. Oh god, I hit the pothole, damn it. I'm not in the particularly greatest situation myself. I'm only working like 26 hours or whatever, and it's not my usual 30 that I had before all the cutting started. But it's not as bad as what he's gonna be going through. And the thing about him is he has never gotten his hours cut, man. Like, maybe he loses 30 minutes here, maybe like 2 hours, and like meanwhile the rest of us are losing like fucking 6 hours or whatever. And this guy never loses anything. And now he just lost so much And all you had to do was just not be a piece of shit and do your job. And you couldn't do that. So now, you get to live with those consequences, buddy. You get to live with those consequences. Maybe next time he'll think about that, but he probably won't. Realistically, this guy is just going to continue to be pissed at people. So, it's what it is. I don't really care personally. I'm just happy that there's actual consequences to the actions that he is doing, you know? What the hell? Bro, this kids just went by on a bike, bro. That girl, she's like, she fucking just like soy jacked that music shit, bro. What the hell? What that is a witness? What was that? So, yeah. I gotta be honest, man. It just made me so happy to see that schedule. I did not expect that. Maybe maybe they cut oh man, wow, those tracks or something, huh? I was like, maybe they'll cut 2 of his hours. Maybe they'll, I don't know. They'll do something. No, they just fucking took a hammer to his hours, bro. He just got fucking hammered. And not in the good way. Oh, man. So, yeah, that happened. But, there were generally, apparently, a lot of cuts that went on this week. Apparently, this is supposed to be the worst of it. Because they, there's a lot going on at the company right now. That's all I'm gonna say. There is supposedly a lot going on at the company at the moment. From what I've heard from our union rep, there's a lot going on. So, yeah. We'll see what happens. But one of the things I've just heard, some rumors about, we'll say, is that they're looking into cutting prices, which is crazy to me. And honestly, I'm happy to hear that, because I can't tell you how many customers I've seen. And this is a higher end grocery store, right? So this is this is a place where people have more disposable income, and this is a place with people with more disposable income, and people are struggling still. A lot of people are struggling right now in this economy. And it makes me happy to hear that they're going to actually reduce prices. Because that is something that is sorely needed, I think, right now, when people are struggling to even put food on the table. So, I'm very glad to hear that. That is a very, very good thing to hear. And hopefully it's actually going to bring a lot of customers back, because they're going to be like, oh, things are not super fucking expensive now. Isn't that a fucking miracle? But there's definitely going to be a lot of changes ongoing at this store. And quite honestly, I'm kind of excited, because I think this is a good thing, especially for consumers. So I am extremely happy to hear that. I'm extremely happy that they're going to be cutting prices, or at least supposedly they're supposed to be cutting prices, because that really is something that is sorely needed at the moment. It's not fucking fair what people are dealing with on a daily basis. So, yeah, that's a cool thing. And on top of that, my coworker got some consequences, bro. And I've been starting to yap a little bit to people. I'm no longer, holding my tongue and not saying anything. I'm saying stuff now. Okay, I'm saying stuff. I'm telling people, everybody fucking hates this guy. I'm telling people what he said to me, what he does to me. It's ridiculous what he does. And so now I'm starting to say that stuff, because I'm sure he's probably said that about me. He said, he doesn't do his work and all this shit, whatever. He leaves all the work to me. Well, fuck you. How do you like it? So, here we are. In a world where, you know what, I'm feeling a little more hopeful about things. I'm feeling a little more hopeful. But at the same time, also, there is a lot of, depressing things that are going on at the moment, and fucking terrifying things, to be honest. And I'm just like, yeah, that's gonna be a little tough. But, you know what, I'm okay right now, because I think, personally, my entire world is not just gonna end, probably. I don't know, maybe we just end up in, a Fallout universe or something, right, with fucking nukes dropped and shit. But I think, realistically, what's probably going to happen is I'm probably gonna be okay. So, hooray for that. And, yeah, I just, honestly, man, I'm so happy to see that there's some fucking consequences for his actions, man. And, if they didn't believe me, I had a mountain of evidence to support, the things I was saying. So, but it seems I didn't even need that, because they just took me basically at my word. They listened to my story. They said, "Yep, that lines up," and now here we are. Here we are. Oh, man, it's great. He truly got what he deserved. He truly got what he deserved. You want to treat customers like that? You want to treat coworkers like that? Well, guess what? You're gonna lose your hours, buddy. Good luck. And we'll see what happens. I expect him to call out a lot next week, so whatever. You brought this upon yourself. You have nobody to blame but yourself. This is your fault. So, whatever. Other than that, I bought a lot of orange juice today because it was on clearance. My coworker told me about it. He's like, "Oh yeah, orange juice is on sale." I'm like, "Really? I didn't even see that." Look, it was clearance. And dude, it was Florida's Natural, so that's expensive orange juice. It's not like fucking Tropicana or something. And it's good till July. And it was giga cheap. I was like, okay, sure. Dude, I bought, how many I buy? 6? I bought 6 of them, dude. Oh man, I cannot believe how fucking cheap it was. That was awesome. So, yeah, I gotta get gas. So that's gonna be a fun endeavor tomorrow, probably. Because I'm almost to a quarter. Almost. I'm between 3/8 and a quarter right now. Sucks. But on the other hand, I didn't even pay for my gas. Yay! Yeah. So, I don't know. I don't really have anything else to say. This was kind of just... I had to talk about this. Because holy shit, dude, I cannot believe there were legitimate consequences for the things that he did. I thought he would maybe get a slap on the wrist for the most part. Just a stern talking to. Do not do that again. They say for the 10,000th time. but they delivered a biblical smackdown to his hours. And even like at my lowest, when I got my hours cut like decently a couple weeks ago or whatever it was, I think it was like 22 hours. Or actually, no, it was last week. What am I saying? It's last week. I went down to 22 hours. And even at my lowest, it was not that. So, oh man, I can't believe how hard they cut his hours, bro. It's crazy. It's like, I don't even really care that much about my hours. Whatever they give me is whatever they give me. But just seeing that they're actually like doing something here, and they're actively listening to me when I say I don't want to work with this guy. That is amazing. The only thing that I'm kind of a little on right now is supposedly, right, the coworker I like that I'm going to be working with on Monday and on Thursday, supposedly he is going to be off for like 2 weeks because he's getting like shoulder surgery or something like that, which means I'm not going to be able to work with him. So I don't know what's going to happen there, but yeah, we'll figure that one out. We'll figure that out. So dude, it's gonna be amazing. My coworker I like, he's gonna come in on Sunday. He's gonna be studying Brian, waiting for the moment he looks at the schedule and his face just goes, What? 20 hours? It's gonna lose it. Oh man. And the best part, right? The best part of all of it is I don't even get to, well, I mean, maybe the best and the worst part, to be honest. I don't get to see his reaction because I'm not scheduled with him. I'll never see him. I'll never see him again, bro. Well, I mean, maybe eventually, probably. But, like, I'm not gonna see him anymore. It's gonna be so funny, dude. It's gonna be so fucking funny. Oh, man. It's just... It's cinema. It's cinema. I love it, dude. I'm so glad, like, I'm just so glad that they actually listened to me. Because I really thought it was probably going to be a slap on the wrist. Clearly not. Wow. And I was like, I didn't explicitly say it, right? But I was like, I was kind of thinking that maybe I should say, even if you have to reduce my hours, I don't want to work with him anymore, right? And they didn't even reduce my hour. I mean, no, I think technically I got a little more hours next week. But yeah. It's incredible. It's fucking incredible. I can't believe that they did that, dude. And you know what else is crazy too, by the way, I forgot to mention. They actually had me closing on Monday, like staying till 10. Okay. Wow. Which is like, it doesn't really matter to me who is closing on those days because, you know, I'm working with the guy who's going to help me and I'm going to help him and we're going to get it done. Yeah. Dude, I just can't believe it, man. I can't fucking believe it. It's amazing. So, with that, I think I'm going to end this here because it's almost 10 o'clock. I want to go home. I got stuff to do. But I just had to talk about this because he finally got what he deserved. He got what was coming to him for so long, and it feels great, to be honest. I'm not somebody who likes to, specialize in revenge and hatred and anger. But when you go through the things I had to go through with this fucking guy, you kind of start to be like, okay, maybe he deserves a little bit of it. Because he's not going to learn any other way. He's not going to learn by getting a stern talking to. He's not going to learn from everything else. He's only going to learn when it hurts him. So, let him hurt. Let him hurt. So, I'm going to head home now. And go bask in the beauty of the fact that this guy just got absolutely destroyed. So, yeah, I guess that's it.